Put the needle on the record.
Brunson stops on a dime, launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it.
They give it to Bede. All right, here it is. Bernard looking for 50, and he's got it. Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King.
Now has Starks for Ewing. Ewing with the spin. Ewing, yes! 1 8 seconds remaining. The Knicks lead by 1.
Oh, we had to roll it back. And of course, we're rolling back. This is Tim. This is New York Knicks Unleashed, the playoff edition. The New York Knicks stymied, destroyed, stifled. That was Philadelphia 76ers last night, 137-98. This is now an NBA record for the New York Knicks. 3 consecutive games of wins of 25 points of more in the NBA playoffs. It's a special moment right now in Knicks history because the Knicks are peaking at the right time. It literally took them 82 games to figure it out. The Mike Brown system, which has been criticized, I've criticized it as this free-flowing offense that if it's not attached to some type of defense, it looks like it's a shambles. But when the Knicks are starting to play defense as well as they are, and you are combining that with the offensive flow, this team has been unstoppable, especially the last 3 games. I loved it because from the moment the tip off, this is why I love New York. This is why I love MSG. The first fucking Bede chants were immediately followed afterwards. It was one of those raucous crowds once again over at MSG. We've just been waiting for these moments. We've been waiting for this time. And Embiid failed once more to make an impact, scoring 14 points while shooting 3 for 11 from the field, recording a -24. And Karl Anthony Towns, man, the big cat, the big bodega, continued his incredible role in his all-around postseason play. 17 points, 7 for 11 from the field, shooting 3 for 5 for 3, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks in just 20 minutes in a partridge in a pear tree. It's just an amazing moment in Knick basketball right now. We need to enjoy this. We need to revel in this. I mean, it's crazy. You have Big Cat, who was this polarizing figure for most of the season, who was criticized for being an all-star, is turning in such performances in this playoffs that it's unbelievable. And like I said, Cat is a 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA selection. Now he's taking fewer shots he ever has in his entire career. It's kind of amazing. But as he's taking these fewer shots, he's becoming this all-around unstoppable player. It's literally amazing. And it's amazing to watch him bang in the paint. It's amazing to watch him go up with the likes of Embiid and all these other guys, all these other high-profile guys. It's incredible. Now we had some concerns early on because he headed to the bench early with 2 fouls, with barely 5 minutes into the game, Towns. But he came back by halftime. He had scored 10 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds and 1 block. You can't talk about this game, of course, without talking about Mr. Brunson. We know it. You know it. I know it. You know it. Efficiency is the word of the day. Being efficient, children. That's the word of the day. You have 35 points, shooting 12 for 18, 3 from 6 for 3, 8 from 8 from the field, 1 rebound, 3 assists, only 1 turnover, 2 steals, plus 27. And you can't spell a Knicks win without OG. The OG Anunoby, who's become this player, who's become another well-rounded guy. He's always been a well-rounded player, but now it's just stepped up to another level. Once again, the word of the day is efficiency. 30 minutes, 18 points, 7 or 8 from the field, 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, only 2 turnovers. Another effective game. You have Bridges also. Bridges, who has been the poster child at times for everything that's wrong with the Knicks. Another efficient game. 7 for 10, 17 points, 3 for 5 from 3, 5 assists, no turnovers, 1 steal. This is a team. This is a game that just put it all together. And then quietly in the wings with a plus 24 at 26 minutes is Josh Hart. He's kind of that kid you don't ever think about, but he's always there and he just does the little things that you need to do. 8 points, 3 for 7, 1 for 2 for 3, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and only 1 turnover. And I think that's the key. It's that turnover stat for the starters. When all the starters were when the starters were there, when everything was going well, if you take a look at it, efficiency, the starters only contributed 7 turnovers in the entire game. Jordan Clarkson had 4. Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby had 7 combined. It was one of those performances, like I said, when the Knicks were up 33-25 in the first, you're like, okay, where is this going? Where is this go? Is this going to go like it has the last couple games? Are we headed down that? Are we headed down there? Is the pendulum swinging that way? Then you drop 41 in the second, 41-26. Basically, by the second 2-3 minutes into the third quarter, the Sixers were pulling their starters. They knew it was over. They knew it was done. They're like, okay, we're going to regroup and come in. We're going to regroup and we're going to have to come in for game 2 on Wednesday. The Sixers starters averaged 26.3 minutes this game. It's not like they were terrible. Let's be honest. I hate Sixer fans because Sixer fans are a bunch of fucking whiners. Oh, we didn't have enough time to rest. It's the fucking NBA. You got a day off. What else do you fucking need? It's not like you're traveling cross coast. You're jumping on 95 and you're going to New York in an hour and 30 minutes. Take out your freaking tampons. Damn, when I heard all the bitching about the team was tired. Tired from what? We had that tough series in Boston coming down 3-1. Okay, great. You know what? The fucking Boston series is over. You had a day off. This is what I remember back in the day, because I'm old, where you would play back-to-back playoff games. You would win a 7-game series. You would play, if you won a 7-game series on a Sunday, you'd be playing again on a Monday. You just kind of need to stop this shit. It's one of those things that you look at this and you're like, okay, well, you know what? If you want to complain about it, if you want to whine about it, that's fine, but fucking get over it. What else do you need to do? Or maybe the fact that they just ran into a buzzsaw called the New York fucking Knicks. Could that potentially be the issue? Could that potentially be the problem? I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just asking for a friend. You played on Saturday. You didn't have to come back until Monday. Stop the fucking whining. Now, I'm not saying the series is over. I'm not going to put the cart well before the horse. We just need to understand what these starters are capable of. The Knicks are on a historic roll. You crush this team. You crush this team by 39. It would have been an NBA record if we hit 40 points and had back-to-back blowouts of 40 points or more. That would have been an NBA record as well. We have to keep our minds focused. The Knicks have to understand, this is now, hopefully, in my mind, a 3-game series. Because of the fact that I look at it that way. I'm looking at it from that perspective. This to me should be a 3-game series now. You do what you take care of business at home. No split in Philly. Fuck that shit. Get the broom out, sweep this shit, start over. Let's move forward and let's roll into the NBA Finals. The team right now, like I said, this is a team that even with the Tom Thibodeau teams ran these guys ragged. And I understand you should do that in the playoffs, but the Knicks now have a bench. When you got Mitchell Robinson, Jordan Clarkson, Landry Shamet, Jose Alvarado, Miles McBride, all coming off the bench. You can now just bring the Knicks in waves, athletic waves. I'm always going to worry about Tyrese Maxey because I always worried about these younger athletic players the Knicks seem to have problems with. But like I said, if you play good defense, if you play stifling defense, you have a bench that has multitudes of defensive players that you can bring in, multitudes of defensive wings that you can bring in. This team right now, like I said, it's their moment. They're built for this. They just have to get it done. Oh, we're going to continue with the Knicks, the New York Knicks Unleashed playoff edition. I don't care if anyone's not listening because we had to stop the show because of everything we were doing with the Giants, but we're back. I'm excited. We're going to run this through, and maybe, like I said, maybe we're just going to continue the Knicks run. Oh, no, we are going to continue the Knicks run, but we're going to continue the Knicks run here on New York Knicks Unleashed. This is Tim, and I'm out of here.